Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the den? Looks like a control center. What happened in here to start the water flowing? Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen? And there's our troublemaker. Doesn't seem to be as good at getting out as he is at getting in.
I've become trapped somehow! I'll buy the floor junkies to hear another person stomping about in here. It's like the door is stuck! This is the perfect opportunity to do a good deed and clear your conscience for whatever cruelties you may have committed.
Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. The forge gone cold. But nope. Nope. Not old Gildun.
You're... welcome? Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to... flood. So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Now, obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. And when the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones, but one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gildun. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place. Would you mind heading across and doing the honors? You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near the claim. Stone ruin, cloud tall, and lake wide. Must have been 15 levels. But no wall. Great stone columns bearing the weight of the road. Filled out with row upon row of those enormous busted out old world parts. You know the ones with the 4 wheels? That's the great straw, covered in them. The only things I've ever seen inside is bridge. Don't suppose that's what they were for. Why would the old ones want to follow around? Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Huh? Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate! A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. You can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further. I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Looks like I could jump across on that rickety rusting platform. I'll find a way up.
Stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Now, we've done this once before. Should be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
Let's set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access tunnel.
This is my sort of delve. 1,000 little problems to solve. A million minute and invincible facts. My father used to say to me, Gildun, he called me Gildun. Gildun, he used to say, don't make the delve harder than it is. The best delve is done half the time and gets hit by a right. Now, my father was a great man. Dead wrong.
Uh-huh, Gildun.
Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken? No! The drop's too far, bro! Oh! Control falling. Very close.
Going down.
Ah! Oh! No! I've killed her! Ah, Gildun, what have you done this time, you great dense...
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, thank the forge. Should have known. That's your first time hurling yourself off a precipitous perch. That much is evident. You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then,
question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildun!
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way! Sorry to spoil your fun. We'll find out after I killed it! It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its jaws open and reach inside, I can't look.
You were right. This thing did swallow the ring.
That's the old Gildun intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils! Oh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Should we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do.
Those drainage pipes lead into
fervently.
another room.
But,
You know what's in there.
I got time to poke my nose in if you did.
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Don't worry. I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes. This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness. Been at this a while, girl. No room to judge, mind. I once spent half a day flummoxed by a Karja puzzle box.
There, that should do it. We should head back. See if that took care of us.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it was sealed because of the flooding.
I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait! What are you doing with your hands there, girl? I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that. I could have sworn I saw one in here.
Gildun? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I was... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gildun. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great blazing forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make. Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge. Ah, you are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gildun.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that. You go on ahead. I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while longer. We must make a pact. Next time we meet, we'll reminisce properly on this day. A delve like this one demands retelling. If you'd have told me I'd missed this place when I was trapped behind that door, I'd have thought you were crazy. Now, though...
Is that a recording? I think it's coming from inside that ruin.
Hello? Is there someone out there? If so, your help would be greatly appreciated. For some reason, unless, of course, that loud crash was the sound of your untimely...
Got it. Okay, on my way.
Your curious mind. You know, for a decrepit... Another fortunate swing of the hammer for old
Gildun?
Aloy! My flame-haired Nora, my damn fixer, my second set of hands! Who'd have thought we'd meet again in such familiar circumstances? Ha! Certainly not me.
What are you doing here?
Well, now... It all started when I heard the echoes of a most peculiar voice beckoning me into this beguiling place. But I resisted. I knew this was a special delve, one I had to share, so I went and fetched my friend Olvar, who was more than willing.
And where is he?
Alas, we got separated when we sailed into a howling tempest on the way back here. Blew me right overboard. I floundered about in the waves, certain I'd become snapmaw bait. But nope, the sea spat old Gildun right out onto the shore. Olvar undoubtedly thought I was a goner, and pressed on, as any true delver would. I followed in his footsteps as far as I could, until I came across a door that wouldn't budge. Naturally, I searched for another means of entry. That's when I uncovered an ancient lever, tantalizing in its door-opening potential.
So you pulled the lever.
I pulled the lever, which may have, upon reflection, sealed this door shut behind me. And thus do we find ourselves once again at a fortuitous meeting.
Can we step back a minute? How exactly are you here? The last time I saw you was in the dam way up north.
After your departure, I wandered here and there, dabbled in a few ruins, even tried my hand at another dam out past Barren Light. But nothing could quite compare to our delve.
You wandered all the way from Banuk territory to the Forbidden West?
An ember in the wind, girl. That's old Gildun. And as luck would have it, I bumped into an expedition headed for the Burning Shores. Now there's an opportunity for fellowship and adventure, I thought. So I chucked my lot in with theirs, and here we are.
Well, I'm not sure how you managed to get out here unscathed, but... it's good to see you, Gildun. Tell me about this Olvar guy.
Our bond was forged on the road to these uncharted shores. Night after night, I relayed my previous ventures to my traveling companions. Olvar took it all in with a fascinated silence. So when we got here, we agreed to share our fortunes. The look on his face when I told him about this place. Nothing quite like the joy of a new delve shared with good company. After I fell off our boat, I searched all over for him. I was starting to think him lost when I found his camp up top. He'll be as happy as a sun-kissed Karja to find out I'm not dead.
I'm sure he will. Okay, so let me get this straight. You think Olvar somehow managed to get deeper in the ruin?
Courtesy of a handy-dandy shaft. Or, well, not so handy-dandy now that some rubble's blocked the way.
Right, so if we're gonna find him, we need to find a way past that door you mentioned.
We?
Yes, Gildun, I will help you find Olvar. And make sure you don't get yourself trapped again.
Marvelous! Just like old times. You with your surprising and perplexing ways. Me with my nose for danger and excitement. The door lies just ahead. After you. Welcome to my humble, temporary abode.
Nice place.
Indeed! Would have loved to share this discovery with Olvar. Regrettably, I tumbled into the sea as the ruin entered our sights. But imagine my joy discovering my lanterns in this tunnel. Presuming me dead, Olvar put them to good use. So resourceful. Here I present our hinged hindrance. The finale of our grand tour. Finally in! Crumbling stone, malodorous mildew, a delver's dream.
Looks like someone tried to blast into that room across the way.
Olvar's never been stingy on the blast paste. Yep, this pile of rubble is definitely an Olvar special.
Well, the path's blocked now. We'll have to find another way up.
The old ones must have loved spending time underground to build these tunnels. Must have been great delvers.
We might be able to move this train car. Can I, get some help?
Anything you need.
All right, let's push.
Ah, the joys of locomotion. Did you hear that?
Yep. Let's keep our guard up.
I'll tell you, the number of delves where a crate saved my hide. Or nearly crushed it.
Could check this vent, see what I find.
Best of luck! Personally, I've always been more proficient at losing things than finding them. You name it, I misplaced it. Hammers, shards, my pet crab, Garoon. I even lost my precious looking glass falling into the sea.
Our old world friends left us another code.
A true... I'll bet plenty of people answered his call.
It doesn't look like it.
Oh dear.
What this does. Huh. Moves the elevator. Hey, Gildun! Hop in!
Alrighty! Is this safe?
It's safe enough.
What a splendid abundance of carts! Shall we get to pushing?
All right, push!
Oh boy! This cart's squealing worse than a boar on Smith Feast's Eve! There's that noise again.
That sounds like it's closer. Hey, Gildun, think you can, get to the elevator controls?
You mean... climb across?
Sure.
So, how did you and Olvar team up?
Traveling with a caravan. Yeah, he was prickly at first. Till I told him about Mum. Her priceless looking glass. And how I found one just like it.
He was interested in your looking glass?
He's an inquisitive mind. You two will be tighter than two nuts on a bolt. Ha ha! Still got it. All right, let's give this crank a whirl. Ready to go? I'll wait by these controls. I've had enough acrobatics for one day. What a bang! Olvar would be proud.
I can get the key module now.
Brilliant! Ha! Even the cavern's rumbling with excitement. Why, is it rumbling?
Okay, I think that was all of them. Let's keep going.
One step closer to Olvar. We're in! Olvar must be wondering what all the commotion was about. Huh. Guess our friend found someone after all. No sign of Olvar, though.
We'll keep looking.
Oh! We fire that off in confined spaces, do we? Think I've consumed a few too many ale-braised pepperies.
This must be Olvar. Cold. He's been here a while. His explosives must have attracted burrowers. And is that? He stole Gildun's looking glass. That's probably when he pushed him off the boat. How am I gonna break this to Gildun?
Hey, Lloyd! You in there? Or are you doing that thing where you talk to yourself? There she is! A delver like no other, I must say. Well, let's hear it. So, any sign of my elusive partner?
Gildun... Olvar didn't make it. Machines got him. I found him holding this.
My looking glass, but how?
This isn't going to be easy to hear, but... I think he...
He really did care. He knew how special this was to me. That has to be why he held on to it. I was in his thoughts until the very end.
You know what, Gildun? I'm sure you're right. That is how you should remember him. And at least this way, you know what happened to him.
Yeah. You're right. Better a delve ended than never began, after all. Just a whole heap of rotten luck. Right when I finally found someone to be my friend. That's the way the hammer falls, I guess. You'd think I'd be used to it by now. Truth be told, I never had a lasting friend. I mean, when your own mum doesn't like you enough to stick around, why would anyone else? I'm really starting to think I might go my whole life like this. No matter what I do, what I say, in the end, I'll be inevitably all alone.
Hey, that is not true. You'll always have me, Gildun. And I might not be with you all the time. But there is a way for us to stay in touch. With this.
One of your tiny wonders?
It's called a focus. You put it on up here, like this.
Whoa! Sparks to steel. Look at that. And that. Over there, too. What a thing of beauty. No idea what it all means. But a dazzle all the same.
I will put you in touch with some friends of mine. They'll help you get up to speed on using the focus. And I meant what I said. If you ever really need me, give me a call. I'll always help a friend.
Before you skedaddle out of here, I've got something for you, too. Figured you'd find a better use for it than me.
Thanks, Gildun. Until we meet again.
I think I'm gonna dawdle for a moment and get the hang of this miniature marvel. You needn't linger on my account. Look at this smorgasbord of lights! Glyphs, buttons. I will cherish this trinket to my final days. It is waterproof, right? I think I'm gonna dawdle for a moment and get the hang of this miniature marvel.
Hey, Gaia? I just gave a focus to a friend of mine. Can you make sure he's patched into our network? And maybe check in on him now and then? He could use someone to talk to.
Certainly. I am happy to converse with him whenever he wishes.
Hello? Lou? Is this thing working?
Hello, Gildun. Let us continue our conversation on another frequency.
Whoa! Who is... Wait! Don't tell me. Another friend of a certain flame-haired Nora? By the Forge, this is gonna be marvelous.
Indeed it will.
Thanks, Gaia.
Out of all of your companions, Gildun has made the most use of the focus communication function. I enjoy conversing with him. His digressions are amusing, and quite frequent. I wish you well.